Apologies for this commercial interruption. If you love Sandy like I do, please check out his YouTube channel. I will leave a link down below. And if you love board games, please check out petersengames.com. I had a question. Relic. I don't want to forget this. In the trailer, I don't know if you saw, there was a moment with a mask.
I totally saw the Relic. Boy, I picked up on that Relic. I was very excited to see the Relic.
Okay, I figured. I figured you had a bunch of things because, like, I heard stories that Relics, not story. You actually told me that monks had bigger purposes. Relics had bigger ambitions.
Relics used to do different things. Like, if you got the Relic of the True Cross, it did something different than if it was the Relic of St. Catherine.
I didn't know that. And
that went away because there was whiny people inside Ensemble Studios, you mind you, not the audience, who didn't like, who pointed out, rightly so, that it was unfair. Because if you get the holy hand grenade, which blows up everything within a 10-tile radius, and I get the thing that gives me +1 healing for all my monks, then this sucks.
Right. Okay, but there was never plans of a mass conversion relic and stuff like that. How wild did these relic things get?
All that stuff. And part of the other problem we have was that when we first started doing Age 2, we were still kind of, by the end we weren't amateurish anymore, but we were amateurish enough that the people who hated being converted by monks in Age 1 were like adamant that monks couldn't be as dangerous in Age 2, and so we put in all these things to make monks weaker. And so, I mean, that essentially, I don't know, how often do you convert someone in Age 2? I tried to bring them back with the Aztecs.
Right.
But the two things that made it hard were that you had to do a lot of research to do it, and monks cost gold, and that was a killer because you have other things to do with your gold.
I could be wrong, but I do watch a lot of competitive AoE. Myself, I'm not the world's best AoE player, but I think monks are pretty commonly used, especially there's like a lot of builds that favor monks.
In Age 2?
Age 2, yeah.
They used to heal, though. We use them for healing. Do they use them to convert?
Okay, so
I remember that.
Here's an interesting one, maybe that you don't know of. In competitive play, I believe it's called a Huang build. I could be wrong here. Basically, you rush an opponent with mangonels, with monks, and I think it's either like spearmen or something. But anyways, the combination of those three units gives you.
I can see it working in a rush because you don't have your things built up to defend against it yet.
So the reason I think I'm speaking probably out of my range, but it's okay. It's the internet, doesn't matter. That's what you do. The mangonels can take out buildings, town centers, stuff like that. The monks can counter knights, and then spears can counter anything else that's like within close range, like scouts, stuff like that. So it's kind of like a mixture of everything. It's not like, it's this unique build. I don't know. I feel like you'd be interested in seeing something like that.
I am glad to hear that because that build was not around back in the day. I guess they hadn't come up with it yet, and so monks just seemed weaker to us, and it made me personally sad because I loved it. I also loved the very best explanation I ever saw in Age 1, where a guy was on one of the Age of Empires Heaven forums, and he was like, he says, "Man, those hoplites, they kick butt. How do you stop a hoplite? They're so powerful. What do you do about them?" And the guy responded, he said, "What I like most about hoplites is they're so open-minded and willing to consider other points of view." And he didn't say, that's all he said. And the guy was like, "Huh? What?" And everyone was laughing at him in the forum, right?
That's awesome.
They're so childlike in their faith. That was like the perfect answer.